recognizes Representative Hageman from Wyoming for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Critical and rare earth minerals sustain our national defense and underpin our modern economy as we know it. Yet the United States is 100% import reliant on 12 critical minerals and over 50% reliant for another 29. China is the dominant producer of these minerals. China processes over 90% of the world's rare earth elements and processes the majority of other necessary critical minerals. For example, it processes 80% of the world's lithium. Mr. Barron, in your testimony, you established pretty clearly that China has established control over the strategic mineral supply on land, but that offshore could be a very different story. Do deep sea deposits exist in the U.S. and allied waters in a manner and in a quantity that can help to facilitate a reduction in our national reliance on foreign adversaries?
Yes, they do.
So can you tell me how much the deep sea mining opportunity exists in international waters, and what does that mean for the competition between the United States and China?
Our focus has been in the Clarion-Clipperton zone, which of course America has access to because they are not a party to the treaty, UNCLOS. And as we heard earlier, it's estimated there are more than 21 billion tons of these nodules in that area. And I think it's widely acknowledged that the metals company are the leader in research and resource assessment in that area. And so even though China have the most licenses, I think it's agreed that we are by far the most advanced, to the extent that we could be in commercial production if we receive a permit this year by the end of next year. And that's an opportunity for America to play catch up to an industry that had dominated back in the 70s and then went and stood aside. But this administration saw the opportunity, saw the need to address the supply of critical minerals. And this is the most immediate pathway to solving that problem.
Well, this is about national security as well as providing the resources that we need, isn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Mr. Gunasekera, as the U.S. government considers ways to facilitate deep-sea bed mining, will we run into other challenges with the need to process these minerals? In other words, what are some of the other challenges we're going to see as we proceed in this area?
Well, ultimately, we need to have both the mining and the processing, because at the end of the day, it's the actual metals, the nickel, the copper, the cobalt, the manganese, and the rare earth elements that our industries require, and today are very much dependent on China. And so we do need to invest in not only the mining, but also the processing. And we think stockpiling is a great strategy to stimulate that investment. We can also, in the short term, rely on friendly nations, but long term, we need to build new infrastructure here. And the fact that we now have energy dominance means we're in a very strong position because we have the energy needed to process these minerals.
So what is the industry doing to address both the mining as well as the processing?
Well, I think the companies here, mine and Gerard's, are very much focused on the collection and the mining side of things. And we are working with partners to figure out how we're going to do the mineral processing. And there are a lot of innovation. You know, America is very good at innovation. There are people that have been looking at recycling batteries. Right now, there isn't as much demand for that, but that technology could be adapted to processing of the nodules. Okay. And so that's a good opportunity.
What could we as Congress do? This is a fact-finding mission. That's why we're here today. What could Congress do to overcome any of the processing challenges or to support innovative solutions in this particular area? Do you have ideas of what we need to do to make sure that we do not lose the opportunity to take advantage of this situation?
Well, we are very focused on processing as well as offshore, and that's why we recently welcomed Korea Zinc as an important shareholder to our company. And I think it's up to industry, companies like ourselves, to provide these solutions, and it's up to the administration to stretch out the friendship hand by making permitting more reliable, as they are doing, by making sure that some of the loan funds that are meant to attract industry, whether it's to help evolve this industry, or whether it's to encourage more nuclear energy or more abundant energy supply, are also made available to this industry on a like-for-like basis. And the rest can be done by industry. I feel very confident that industry is up to that challenge. And we don't need price guarantees. We don't need off-takes. These are big markets. We don't need to be underwritten per se. We just need to be on a more level playing field.
So what I really like is you say that the free market system will work if we let it work. We just need to make sure you have the tools to be able to
Yes.
proceed. So thank you very much for your
Yes.
time.
Thank you.